Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 26th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Saturday out there so far. Everybody has a great Saturday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the tropical Atlantic and also portions of the eastern United States. Also, we're going to take a look at Tropical Storm Franklin and some information on it as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the Invest 93L, which is developing right in this vicinity here. Supporting an advisory map about the heat wave in the central portion of the United States. And also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for severe weather today, Sunday, and Monday. Alrighty, and if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button today. Love to have you. Also, like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing once again. And like I said, share these videos on social media. And let's go ahead and get the show on the road there, folks. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the tropics and dive on into your forecast now. Alright, we're going to start off right here with Invest 93L, as it like I just started off here. We got a system here developing. This will come Adelia sometime probably, I would not be surprised, maybe Sunday or Monday, may become Adelia down in the southern Gulf of Mexico. A little tropical wave over here approaching the Mexico-Texas border as well. Also, we got another little system right behind it producing some showers and storms over portions of Puerto Rico. Portions of the islands down here, also over toward Puerto Rico, getting a little bit of activity off of Franklin still. Also here's Franklin right here, like I said, spent some moisture back down toward Puerto Rico, slowly starting to lift off to the northwest, getting his act together. We'll talk about that in more detail. We got a little system here to kind of producing some showers and storm. Here's 92L located right here. Also, we got another little system here, supposed to move off the African coast. May bring some scattered showers and storms off into the coastal waters there off of the African coast. We got a little swirl right here spinning. Would not be surprised the Hurricane Center marked this as well. There's a cold front right here. This was the remnants of Emily. The cold front has done got Emily, so we don't have to worry about Emily no more. We got a cold front also standing up from up here near St. John's Island all the way back down towards Virginia, North Carolina, extending back over toward the plains, stays back toward Colorado. We got some showers and storms, maybe some severe weather possible from Arkansas to the Carolinas later today. We'll get to that in later broadcast. Got some more showers and storms in the Eastern Pacific as well. All right, let's move on to the Tropical Storm Franklin. As you can see, Franklin getting a little bit better organized this afternoon. Getting pretty well, like I said, getting pretty well organized there. Getting a good center of rotation because the center is about right in here, and it's starting to get wrapped up. So it will not be too long before it becomes a hurricane. It should become a hurricane sometime on Sunday, per the National Hurricane Center. All right, let's take a look at some information from the National Hurricane Center. As soon as I get to it. Sorry about that, folks. Let me get back to Franklin. Okay. Alright. We're going to get to the information here on Franklin from the Hurricane Center. Alright, this is the current position at 11 a.m. this morning. As you can see the yellow, this is the wind field. Should be a hurricane sometime maybe later today, as per predicted by the Hurricane Center. But I'm this evening it could become a hurricane, but I'm expecting it mainly possibly to become a hurricane tomorrow. But it could become a hurricane later today as well. Well, in fact, it's already a hurricane, excuse me. It's already Hurricane Franklin. I thought it was Tropical Storm Franklin, but it's already Hurricane Franklin. But anyway, Hurricane Franklin was located near latitude, if you're plotting it at home, is located near latitude 23.5 north, longitude 66.7 west. Maximum sustained winds are 75 miles per hour with higher gusts, and moving to the north-northwest at 7 miles per hour. Excuse me about that, folks. I thought it was still a tropical storm, because the last advisory was winds at 65 miles per hour, but the 11 o'clock advisory showed it at 75 miles per hour. So we're hurricane status now. See, hurricane status runs from 74 to 110 miles per hour. Also, expected to become a major hurricane on Monday, and remain a major hurricane through Tuesday evening or Tuesday morning, and then become just a regular hurricane as it heads on out to sea in the tropical Atlantic. All right, let's take a look at the hurricane model, and then we'll take a look at the intensity guidance. You can see here's the center of Hurricane Franklin. Continue to push off to the northwest, then to the north, then eventually out to the northeast, and then kind of go by St. John's Island. Bermuda, I'm still expecting some hurricane tropical storm conditions from you guys in that area. The Hurricane Center probably will issue a tropical storm or hurricane watch maybe in the coming days for you guys. I would not be surprised to see that as well. Storm. As you can see, it's already about almost 65 knots. That equals up to 75 miles per hour winds. So it's already classified as a hurricane. Some of the model takes it all the way up to a category 5. Most of them take it up to a 3. I would not be surprised to see it maybe reach category 4 status in the tropical Atlantic. So I'm gonna take a long shot here and say it may become a category 4 hurricane as it passes by the mid-Atlantic and northeastern United States and even Bermuda in the coming days. All right, let's move on to invest 90. Okay, here we go. Here's the center of tropical storm, well, which will become tropical storm Hilda right now, Peninsula here, and here western Cuba here. That's getting well organized this afternoon. Looks pretty well healthy. So I would not be surprised to see some development here in the next, probably the next day or two. Sunday and Monday should become our next system, should become a tropical depression. All right, we're going to take a look at the hurricane guidance of the storm. All right, currently located right here in the northwestern Caribbean Sea. All computer models getting a little better defined with it, moving to the north. Anybody in the Big Bend area of Florida, maybe even just west of almost near the Panhandle, but I think the Big Bend area of Florida right here will be the main target for this storm, and it will continue to lift on off to the north and east. So you guys here in Georgia, South Carolina, maybe even eastern North Carolina may have some flooding problems, also some tornadic activity, and also maybe some gusty winds as that system moves on off to the north. Still expecting this thing to become a tropical storm. Could it become a hurricane? Yes, the waters are pretty ripe for conditions to become a hurricane. I would not be surprised this thing maybe reach a category 1 hurricane as it reaches Florida. Could be a little more, but have to wait and see. But a lot of the models now are getting them more tightly right in this area here through Big Bend, through the Eastern Carolinas. Few model wants to take it to the west, but it looks like it's going to be, it looks like it may be an area right in here. A storm may be headed in that direction. All right, intensity guidance of this storm. As you can see here, it still has winds of about 20 knots, 20 to 25 knots. Takes it to almost to a depression. Most of the model keeps into a tropical storm. One do kind of barely do keep it now into a tropical, into a hurricane. But if it takes the coastal path, it could remain a hurricane. But right now, most of the models taking it into maybe South Carolina, which may cut off the supply of moisture, to feed off of these hurricanes, and maybe just weaken it down to a tropical depression, weak tropical storm later on down the road. So we'll have to wait and see, but I do think it still may have a potential of maybe becoming a Cat 1 hurricane as it approaches the Big Bend area of Florida. Alright, let's move on to the Watches, Warning, and Advisory. That was your tropical update. So I hope everybody enjoys that forecast of mine. But anyway, we got several areas of heat advisories in effect for eastern North Carolina, portions of eastern South Carolina, western South Carolina, much of Georgia, northern Florida, the Panhandle of Florida, all of Alabama, portion of Mississippi, portion of Kentucky, portion of southern Indiana, also Illinois, also back in the portion of Arkansas, also in the Oklahoma, also in the portion of Texas as well. Heat advisories also in effect for portions of Washington State. Alright, we got some says of heat warning in effect for Kentucky, portion of Tennessee, much of Arkansas, southern Missouri, all of Louisiana, all of Mississippi, all of portions of eastern and central Texas, southern portion of Arizona, western Arizona. Watches in effect for southern California. Air quality alert for you guys in Oregon. Some flash flood watches in effect for you guys here in portions of New Mexico. Also river flood warning for South Dakota. Tropical storm warnings out for Tropical Storm Franklin. Also, we got some couple areas down in Louisiana and Mississippi. We got some red flag warning for you guys. Alright, we got some flood watches, wind advisory reporting of southern Alaska, storm warning along coastal Alaska for the northwestern portion, and also in the northern portion of Alaska. Got some special weather statement. Central and south looks pretty good. Central Hawaii and Chain Island got a few gale warnings for you guys. Alright. Alright, here it is. This is today's outlook. Alright, we got general thunderstorm from Maine all the way down to the Florida Keys and Florida area, Big Bend area, Florida, Florida Panhandle, all the way back to Texas, southern Texas, all the way back to Arizona, New Mexico, back to Colorado, also into Washington, Oregon State, also into portions of North Dakota and Montana. We have a marginal rift over in portions of Oregon and Idaho, also in the portions of Oklahoma, all the way into the Carolinas. Slight rift over Missouri, portions of Tennessee, Kentucky, and Arkansas. Alright, if you live in Jonesboro, Arkansas, sorry about that, my information is updating the information. Alright, if you live in Jonesboro, Arkansas, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Paducah, Kentucky, Parago, Arkansas, Drysburg, Tennessee, slight risk for severe weather this afternoon. If you live in Memphis, Tennessee, Charlotte, North Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee, Greensboro, North Carolina, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, marginal risk for severe weather this afternoon. Tornado probability, less than 2% all areas. Winds, 5% brown, 15 in the yellow. Pretty much same area, Jonesboro, Arkansas to Drysburg, Tennessee and surrounding areas for damaging wind. 5% include Memphis, Tennessee, all the way to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, surrounding areas for damaging wind. Let's take a look at the hail probability. Less than 5% in all areas, so that's good news there. Just mainly a damaging wind event would occur today with any thunderstorm develop in the 5 and 15% risk area. Alright, let's move on to day number 2. This will be your Sunday forecast. As you can see, we got general thunderstorm from portions of Pennsylvania down to the Florida Keys, Florida area, also to the Big Bend area of Florida, to the Panhandle of Florida, all the way back into Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, all the way back into Oregon and Idaho and Montana, also up into North Dakota, Minnesota. All right, we have a marginal risk down here in the southeastern United States, southern Virginia to the Carolinas, down to the Panhandle of Florida, all the way into Tennessee. All right, if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina, marginal risk for severe weather on your Sunday. Tornado probability less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds 5%, same areas. Hail only 5%, but the 5% the winds, damaging winds threat will be from Charlotte, North Carolina to Greensboro, North Carolina, and surrounding areas for your Sunday. All right, let's take a look at your Monday forecast. And then we're going to wrap up the video. Alright, we got general thunderstorms over in Washington, Oregon State. Also up here in Minnesota, Minnesota and Iowa. All the way from portions of Montana down to New Mexico and Arizona, Texas, to portions of Washington, D.C. area, down to the Florida Keys, back toward the Florida Panhandle. Marginal risk extended from Louisiana all the way into the Carolinas. Alright, if you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, New Orleans, Louisiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, marginal risk for severe weather on your Monday. 5% here again for same areas for Monday, Charlotte, North Carolina to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, including New Orleans, Louisiana, Atlanta, Georgia, and Birmingham, Alabama. Alright, well I hope everybody enjoyed this forecast. Everybody continue to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. And also, we'll catch you back in the next video. So take care, everyone.